Now, for the first time on the channel, we're having a
sacrificial goat on top of the mountain.
Small glaciers at the far back that are probably contributing to the water. What's down here, this is a straight up cliff on the other side of me here. So this is Eiffel Tower, the thing behind me over there. All right, now we just gotta Well, it's a really cold late October morning here, and we just drove through Jasper National Park to come out at Mount Robson Park. So we are officially in British Columbia, and I'm standing on the middle of this cute little bridge that kind of separates Yellowhead Lake. So there's like a little tiny peninsula in between. They made a little causeway that runs across here, and there's a long series of mountains at the far back there, but the weather is not really complying today, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to find, but we're going to try to see if we can get back in there. So on my maps I discovered that I can do about 12 kilometers all the way to the back side of this like forum, and there's allegedly a trail back in here, so we're going to go check out to see if that trail is actually usable. And this road though is very clear that you can go all the way to the railroad track. So I drove all the way there and then came back here just to show you guys this little section of the lake here, which is super gorgeous. There's a boat launch kind of further back there, and then if you go a little bit further in, there's like one tiny little like road that veers off. There's no signage at all, so you really have to mark it on your map if you want to come here, because it's super easy to miss. We're gonna go hiking and show you guys around Yellowhead Lake and the famous little trail that starts in behind the railroad tracks. So let's go for a hike, guys. Yellowhead Mountain Trail climbs continually to its end below subalpine meadows on the slopes of Tatarashe, the eastmost peak of Yellowhead Mountain. About 1.3 kilometers from the trailhead is a wonderful viewpoint with a bench to rest on. Many people hike just to this viewpoint. Yellowhead Mountain Trail continues through the forest with a few short flat open areas where Yellowhead Mountain can be seen. Just before the end of the maintained trail at the 6.5 kilometer mark, the trail emerges from the forest into a subalpine meadow dotted with firs. The trail has been cleared of deadfall as of August 25th, 2022. Trail is overgrown in areas, however, and still able to be followed. First kilometer of the trail is actually quite steep. It's a consistent grind, and then eventually you hit a little traverse for a couple hundred meters. This is where I'm standing now. There's actually a little opening right here, and this is the end of the traverse. So over there it kind of turns and we keep going upwards. We're definitely in dense forest,
but there's a lot of fir trees here, which is kind of nice. Some of them are actually quite large, quite old trees. I stopped here to show you guys this little lookout here. And the weather is not that great today. I apologize, but I can't really control the weather. You got Yellowhead Lake all the way far back there. You can see like the whole thing. And that little bridge causeway thing where we started is way the hell down there. There used to be actually a little town here, but there's nothing really left. I think it was just a town because of the railroad tracks back before there was a road, like a long, long time ago. Alrighty, so let's head back on the trail, guys. Peace out. Well, this might be a little bit more snow that I can chew for today. Plus the visibility is quite nil. But to be honest, the trail was really well marked with flagging tape and the whole 9 yards. Even with a lot of snow, it was fairly easy to find the trail. The end of the trail is only about another kilometer or so away, but we won't get a good view because even from here, there's like a little opening. You can barely see the top of the mountains. And with this snow, I doubt that I'll be able to get to the mountains on the backside where I wanted to go and check out those lakes. What's funny with the mountains this time of year too, there's a lot of snow here, and as soon as I get back to my vehicle, there's no snow there at all. Even 300, 400, 500 meters of elevation gain. I think we're at like close to 600. Makes a huge difference. Either way, it was fun to get out for a day and come check this out. I'll try to come back here in the summer, and then I'll have lots of time and daylight as well, and less snow to travel all the way to the far end to check out Yellowhead Mountain. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm Eric Tremblay, and these are my adventures. Peace out.
Bye.